laugh because I've had so many people tell me, they're like, wow, you're a woman of many trades, because I feel like I'm always doing something on the side. So right now with my consulting, it's kind of this umbrella um, for doing enrichment programs with preschools here. So that way I can still have this connection to working with children, which I absolutely love. And then I also, I guess I call myself a maker. I love making and creating things. And so I started to design learning materials for early childhood that really are nature inspired and made from reclaimed wood that I actually go out into the forest to find. And so I started, tinkering and playing around with that and was able to start my own Etsy shop this year. And so that's been really fun that I have this creative outlet on the side as well.
That's Logan Zeman, the side hustle extraordinaire. She's mastered the art of pursuing her passions and turning them into profitable businesses. I'm impressed. She's had a successful teaching career in both the United States and Shanghai, China. But she's done something really smart. She's taken her love for education, nature, and creating to a whole new level by starting her own consulting business, Rocky Mountain Reggio. She still has her wood shop in the basement where she makes learning materials for young children and sells them on Etsy, as well as teaches yoga on the side. All these passions bring her joy and income. But wait, there's one more thing that Logan has up her sleeve. You'll have to watch till the end of the video to see what that one is. In this episode, you'll learn how Logan finds joy and wealth in pursuing her passions, how you too can turn your hobbies into profit, and how she leverages her teaching skills in each of her side hustles, as well as why building side hustles is an excellent way to transition into entrepreneurship and pursue your dreams. So sit back, relax, and get ready to be inspired by Logan's journey of turning her passions into profitable side hustles.
Yeah, so I mean, the Etsy shop definitely, brings in little bits of money here and there, which is great. I definitely see like an uptick during the holidays, people wanting to buy things for their kids for Christmas and whatnot. So that's nice to have that little bit of income coming in.
Yeah.
And then I'm also a certified yoga instructor, and so I recently took a part-time yoga job at our rec center down the street, which is great because I wanted to be able to connect with my community here in our new neighborhood. And what better way to do that than sharing something that I love and also getting my own, fix, my own exercise and time on the mat. So that's been fun to connect with that group and be able to bring in a little income doing something that I would already be doing anyways. I've been on this educational journey, which started, I guess it started forever ago. I'm a daughter of two teachers. I'm a seventh generation educator. So I feel like I've been somehow connected to education my whole life and before I was even born. But I started teaching here in my home state of Colorado. I was originally working in early childhood. And then when I finished my master's degree in elementary ed, I started teaching first grade. And so I was teaching in this little mountain school up in the mountains and just fell in love with being with children, but then also this component of having outdoor space and connecting learning and education to the outdoors, which was really, really special. And then flash forward a few years, my husband and I moved to Shanghai, China, where we ended up living and teaching there for 8 years. During that time, I taught second grade and then moved down back to early childhood, teaching pre-K 4-year-olds. And along that path, I brought in that love of nature again and really figuring out how to integrate nature type experiences in the classroom, getting my children outdoors. That began to segue into looking at philosophies that aligned with that passion, and found Reggio Emilia and was able to attend the Reggio Emilia study group and bring that incredible learning and experience back to my students and back to my teaching team. And so I was doing that for a few years. And during the pandemic, my family and I made the very difficult decision to leave our home in Shanghai, and we moved back to Colorado. And I decided I wanted a little bit of a change. And so I took my passions and my loves, and I decided to start my own educational consulting business. And so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm working with schools here in the United States and abroad, to develop their early childhood programs and to really fine tune their beliefs around children and childhood and education.
You have two little kids.
Yep.
So there's some benefits
Oh
to
gosh, yeah.
going the consulting route.
I think that's been one of the biggest things. So when we moved back from Shanghai, my son was 2.5 years old, and I was pregnant with my daughter. And so there was this whole thought of like, I don't necessarily want to go right back into teaching mode and then, go into maternity leave in the middle of the year and add these other big life transitions for myself. And so my husband has been incredibly supportive along this whole journey for me. And he and I made the decision, it was something for our family, something we wanted to talk about and do together, that I would stay home for the first year. And during that time, that would be when I could really start to look at what I wanted to do for my consulting and start to get my business up and running and start to do some networking and things of that nature. And the huge thing was that I was there for my daughter for her whole first year. And we kept my son home that whole time I was with her as well. And so having these opportunities to be there with them during those little milestones and during that phase of their early development was so special. And I still get to do some of that now as a consultant, which is just great because I make my own schedule, which is wonderful.
In 5 years, where do you picture yourself?
I don't know. I would love to just be able to continue to connect with teachers internationally while continuing to do my side hustles. I love that I get to have my creative outlet and make things and design things for families and for schools. And then connecting with my yoga community and my outdoor nature community and being a part of that, it feels really, really good. So in 5 years, I want to continue to be doing what I'm doing, but maybe just on a little bit different level.
Yeah, cool. You're just such a beautiful whole picture. Like your passions and joy, and they're bringing in income, and then you're building up this consultancy practice.
That's the goal, to keep that going.
That is amazing. That is gold, right? That's
Yeah.
a happy life. That's
It is.
so awesome. And the balance with getting to be with your children more and your husband more during all of that. Like, that's so beautiful.
I mean, today it's so great where we have it all planned out. The car is packed. It's like when I pick up my son from school today, I wrap up my call and some of my work with you, and we're heading to the mountains to ski for the weekend. And so we come back on Monday, and it's not like I have to quick jump right back into something. I get to kind of create my own plan, my own schedule, and so I can slow roll back into that if I want, or jump back into a week of workshops, whatever it may be. And I love that flexibility and that freedom.
So Logan, this has been wonderful. How can people connect with you?
Yeah, so you can find me in lots of places. I think the biggest place I would send you to first is my website. It's www.rockymountainregio.com. And from there, you can navigate to my LinkedIn, to my Facebook group and Facebook page, to Instagram, to all my social media places. But the website's where to start. And if you are an educator out there or a parent who's interested in being on a Reggio journey with a coach like me, join my Facebook group. It's wonderful to connect with people in that way.
Yeah, I want to give you a shout out because you are a beautiful designer of websites too. You designed my logo and my website, and I love it. And everyone gives me the most positive feedback. So thank you very much for that.
Oh, you are so welcome. That was a really fun project to collaborate with you on.
It's just gorgeous. I love it. I love it so much.
I think it looks to my list of side hustles, Sybil, is helping people with that, because it's so fun to help, create something from scratch to really boost somebody else and what they're doing and loving in life. So.
Yeah, and you're just writing your own story right now. You're creating your entire life, and that's such a beautiful thing. I'm so glad that you shared with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and thanks for having me. I always love connecting with you.
Yeah, my pleasure. It was awesome.
If you like this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel.